Imagine pouring water into a bucket, only to watch the levels stay exactly the same. When governments provide financial assistance to impoverished populations, the mathematics of the system can actually make those individuals poorer. This chart shows government welfare spending over several decades compared to the national poverty rate. As the line tracking billions of dollars in spending trends steeply upward, the line representing the actual poverty rate stays completely flat. It raises a highly counterintuitive question. 为什么穷人越帮越穷? Why do the poor get poorer the more they are helped? Logically, injecting capital into a marginalized community should result in a linear, proportional drop in the poverty rate. In reality, those financial resources are consumed year after year, while the structure of generational poverty remains intact. The failure to eradicate poverty is not due to a lack of funding or effort. It is a mechanical error in how the economic system processes that funding. Let's look at Sarah, a theoretical minimum wage earner, to map exactly how these mechanics operate at the individual level. This bar chart shows Sarah's financial baseline. The small block represents her base wage, which sits far below this dashed line, representing the actual cost of living. She is operating at an immediate financial deficit. To bridge that gap, she receives government assistance. Subsidies for housing, food stamps, and childcare act as modular blocks, stacking on top of her wages until she reaches the survival line. This combined value creates her net survival income. Then, Sarah is offered a promotion, increasing her pay by $2 an hour. You'd expect this to add a new block to her income stack, pushing total resources above the cost of living line and securing a step toward financial independence. Assuming this raise improves her situation ignores the rigid all-or-nothing rules of welfare qualification. This chart reveals a hidden threshold. That heavy red line is an arbitrary income limit set by the government. Sarah's $2 an hour raise pushes her directly over it. Crossing this threshold does not reduce her assistance proportionally. It triggers the immediate and total cancellation of her housing and childcare subsidies. By comparing her old net income to her new net income, we see that despite earning a higher hourly wage, she now has significantly fewer total resources to survive. Economists call this the welfare cliff, an economic anomaly where marginal gains in earned income result in massive, disproportionate losses in overall resources. In practical terms, accepting the promotion directly threatens her family's ability to afford an apartment and secure childcare. Remaining unemployed or rejecting a raise in this scenario is not an act of laziness. It is a highly rational, mathematical decision dictated by the design of the system. Scaling back out to the macroeconomy, we see that the welfare paradox is an engineering issue, rather than a moral failing of the impoverished. The system itself creates a perverse incentive. A perverse incentive is a policy design that accidentally rewards the exact opposite behavior it was meant to encourage. In this case, the system punishes upward mobility. This graph maps earned income against net resources to show the modern economic solution. By replacing the rigid threshold with a gradual phase-out model, we correct the incentive. This is the welfare ramp. Under this model, for every additional dollar earned, the subsidy reduction is strictly a fraction of a dollar. This guarantees that as wages increase, total net resources always grow. We see this ramp mechanism in universal basic income structures, or in policies like the Earned Income Tax Credit. The Earned Income Tax Credit is a refundable tax break for low to moderate income workers that gradually phases out as their salary rises. True poverty alleviation requires designing economic safety nets that mathematically reward upward mobility. The net must catch people when they fall, rather than acting as a cage when they try to climb.